Rockstar Movie Recapped here. I bring to you Extraction 2 and action/thriller movie recaps. Spoilers ahead, please subscribe before you continue. After barely surviving a previous mission in Dhaka, Bangladesh, Tyler is rescued from the river and taken to UAE for medical treatment. Nick is by his side throughout the duration. Even though Tyler is in an extended coma, she refuses to give up on him. Tyler regains consciousness. Intense physiotherapy later, Tyler is regaining mobility. 9 months later, Tyler Rake, Chris Hemsworth, retires from mercenary work to a cabin in Austria to recuperate. Nick and her brother Yez take Tyler to the cabin and Nick asks Tyler to focus on rebuilding his life. There, he is approached by a stranger Alcott, and asked to rescue Ketavan, the sister of his ex-wife Mia, and her 2 children. Ketavan married David Radiani, one of the co-founders of the Nagotsi, the largest crime syndicate in Georgia. After David threw a DEA agent off a bridge, he was imprisoned and unable to bribe his way out due to the pressure from the Americans. David forces Ketavan and her children to move into the prison to keep them from leaving him, but the bad living conditions and David's abuse cause Ketavan to call Mia for help. Sandro believes that David is right and is training him to grow up into a Nagotsi. Meanwhile, a governor on his payroll informs David's brother Zurab that David's sentence is extended by 10 years. Zurab asks the governor to release his brother, but the governor refuses since he does not want the Americans to go after him. Enraged, Zurab kills the governor and his bodyguards. Alcott tells Tyler that David and Zurab run a $1 billion heroin operation from Georgia. Their gang members are fiercely loyal to the brothers and are treated like family. They have all the politicians in their pockets and practically run the country. Once Tyler picks up Ketavan and her kids, Zurab will throw the entire Nagotsi army at him. Tyler starts preparing for the mission by pushing himself physically. Tyler recruits Nick and her brother Yaz to join him, and they infiltrate the prison with help from a bribed guard. David alerts the prisoners, who start a riot. During the extraction, David attacks Tyler and Ketavan, resulting in Tyler killing him. Ketavan stays behind to help Tyler, but soon their exit is blocked. Tyler and Ketavan fight their way through the riot and an entire yard full of prisoners. Nick picks up Tyler and Ketavan at the prison door, and they drive away just as Zurab and his forces descend upon the prison. As Zurab's forces attack their vehicles, Sandro figures out that David has died. The group manages to fight off their pursuers and board an armored train waiting for them at an industrial complex. On the train, Tyler fights off 2 helicopters sent by Zurab to intercept them. One team manages to board the train and goes to the engine to bring it to a halt. Nick fights off the Nazis and keeps the train moving. Tyler protects Ketavan and her kids from being captured. The train has no brakes and crashes out at the end of the line, but the whole group survives. They get on a plane and escape to Vienna, but Sandro, who idolizes his father, secretly contacts his uncle and reveals their location. Uses Yaz's satellite phone on the flight to call Zurab. Zurab tells Sandro that Ketavan planned this. She had wanted to take Sandro away for many years now, and now Sandro is with the man who killed David. Ketavan tells Nick that Tyler is her brother-in-law. Nick realizes that this is not just a job, it is personal for Tyler. Sandro confronts Tyler, who tells Sandro that David was keeping Ketavan prisoner against her wishes. But Sandro is convinced that David was protecting his family from his enemies, by keeping them in prison, and it is Ketavan who plotted to kill David. Tyler tells Sandro that Ketavan stayed with David to keep him and Nina safe. Now it's up to Sandro to believe her or let himself be consumed by his father's lies. Zurab and his men find and attack Tyler and his team in their DC Towers safe house in Vienna. Ketavan scolds her son for endangering his own family and naivete. In the chaos, Sandro abandons his mother and joins Zurab. Yaz goes after Sandro to bring him back and gets separated from Nick and Tyler. Nick goes to rescue Yaz, but her car is stuck by a grenade launcher. Tyler goes to rescue Nick and Yaz, but Zurab has them pinned down and they cannot exit the building perimeter. Tyler decides to take the helicopter, which is at the top of the building. Tyler, Nick, and Yaz fight their way through. Nick is knocked unconscious at the edge of the building and is about to slide off when Tyler grabs her and stops her from falling to her death. Zurab finds them and shoots Tyler's hand, but he doesn't let go of Nick. Nick regains consciousness and shoots at Zurab, allowing Tyler to save Nick and escape. The team flees in one of Zurab's helicopters, but Zurab mortally wounds Yaz. The team retreats to Tyler's cabin, where he and Ketavan are reunited with Mia. Tyler apologizes to Mia for leaving on a mission before their son died from cancer. Regretful that the last memory he had was Tyler leaving him. Of Tandil, Zurab's right-hand man and uncle, discourages Zurab from seeking revenge to prevent more losses and to set a better example for his nephew. Refusing, Zurab kills of Tandil and contacts Tyler, telling him to meet at a nearby airfield next to a church. Tyler heads to the airfield but, unwilling to risk losing her, leaves Nick behind. Tyler kills the remaining Nagotsi and finds Zurab and Sandro in the church, with Sandro wearing an explosive vest. Zurab forces Sandro to take Tyler's pistol, but Sandro, having realized his mistake and what kind of people his father and uncle really are, refuses to shoot Tyler. Nick arrives and disarms the vest, while Tyler fights and kills Zurab. Tyler and Nick are left wounded as police storm the church. In the aftermath, Nick and Tyler are imprisoned and Mia informs Tyler that Ketavan and her children have been moved to protective custody. She assures Tyler that their son died believing his father was a hero. Tyler is taken out of prison to meet with the stranger from the beginning, who has come with another job, in return for Tyler's freedom. Tyler says he will not accept it without Nick, only to find that the stranger has brought Nick as well, as the film concludes. The end. If you like what you just watched, please don't exit without subscribing. Subscribe and share. Rockstar Movie Recapped, where movies come to life.